strange cabin in the woods. What was inside? A solo hiker decided to venture into the wilderness, something he wasn't quite familiar with. Throughout the day, everything seemed ordinary. The trees and shrubs surrounded him as he relished the outdoor experience in the mountains. Nothing appeared unusual until he started heading back to his car. He thought an 8-hour hike would be just the right amount of time. But as the sky began to darken, he realized he needed to hurry back. What struck him as odd was how unfamiliar the trail now seemed. Panic began to set in. Night had fully descended, and all he had was a flashlight with no clear idea of how to return. He realized it was too dangerous to keep moving through the treacherous forest in the dark. His anxiety grew as he thought about spending the night without any shelter, but almost as if by chance, he stumbled upon an old, run-down cabin. It looked abandoned, as if no one had been there for years, but he knew it was his only option to rest until morning, especially since his flashlight was losing power. He knocked on the door a few times, but there was no response. Left with no choice, he let himself inside and, oddly enough, found a bed perfectly suited for one person in the center of the room. He figured that if the owner returned, he could explain his situation. He doubted the owner would mind, or they might have long since passed away. Settling into the bed, he tried to relax, but something made him uneasy. The room was filled with portraits of strange, eerie people. They all stared at him with unsettling smiles that made his skin crawl. Despite the unnerving faces, exhaustion from the hike eventually took over, and he managed to fall asleep. When he woke up early the next morning, he was startled to find that there weren't any paintings in the room at all. What he thought were portraits were actually windows. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more thrilling stories like this.